Today we did get the heroic super packs, man, back in 2k25, so obviously we need to go over the new Snipe filters, man, so let's get right to it. The first filter we're going over is the Galaxy Opal cheapest filter. For this, you want to put your color to Galaxy Opal, and you're going to raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Galaxy Opals on your console, which on PlayStation they're selling for about 40,000 MT. Around there, you can typically get most of them to sell within 4 hours, but if you want to go a little bit lower, you know, 39, just been seeing them pretty much sell for 40 all day long. Great option, man. You want to scroll on this filter, which means you're scrolling with the cheapest one opal up, or two, depending on, you know, how you're feeling. Sometimes I'll go two if that means I can raise my buyout a lot more, where I have like an extra 3k cushion or so, but I can't decide. I'd probably scroll on two right now, just because so that way you're closest to 40k, and you know, people might throw up their cards for right around 40k. If it's one of the more expensive, you know, Giannis or LeBron or whoever it may be, man, they might just think, oh, it's 40k, that's what opals sell for, and throw it up for 39,950, and boom, you'll see it on here. What you want to do is grab these cheaper opals for about 8,000 MT and below. I pretty much be grabbing any opal that pops up for 30,000 MT. If an expensive opal pops up, man, you guys know who they are. Ricky Davis, man, he sells for like 60,000 still. Pick him up if he pops up, man. I'm not sure Hansborough's price, but definitely worth looking into on him if he is a pickup at 40k. And then obviously any, you know, Wemby, LeBron, Giannis, Yao Ming, any of those pop up, man, buy them as quick as possible. And then, like I said, any other card about 8,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one, you're making profit. The next filter that we're going over is the pink diamond cheapest filter, man. For this, same as opal, put your color to pink diamond, find the cheapest one, which on PlayStation are selling for about 4.4 thousand MT, man. Clearly a few have just been posted for a little bit more MT. You do want to scroll on this filter as well. Again, at this point I'd probably do 4,250 and just scroll through two of them, and this is a really good filter on these super pack days. You can get so many more expensive pink diamonds to pop up on here and make a killing, and then obviously you just grab the cheaper ones again for like 3,000 MT and below. Is pick up any opal if it pink diamond if it pops up for 3k and below, and then just scroll on here. If you see Clay, Curry, Ware, Bender, Yao Ming, I mean, there's so many pink diamonds that are just a little bit more expensive or a lot of bit more expensive. KP, if you get freaking who's like a mid-tier, Kareem, he's like 13,000 right now, man. It's all just profit. Sorry for all the notifications. Really good option, guys, on Tuesdays, man. I feel like people sleep on this filter, and low-key diamond cheapest is still a really good filter, man. People throw diamonds up for like 1,000 all the time. I'm not even sure what they're selling for right now. 2,000, 1,800, man. You can still, like, if you're on a budget, bro, you can still work this filter. Put your buyout to 1,000, put your buyout to 1,200, and just snipe these probably with no competition very often, and just flip 500 MT profit over and over and over again. So it's another good option for you guys, man. But the next filter that we're going to go over is the pink diamond heat enabled filter, man. I try to not put these complicated filters in the video too often, but this one's really not that bad, man. I dropped a video where I spent almost the whole video working this filter, and a lot of people were asking questions, so I just wanted to go over that for you because it's a really good option. On Tuesdays we made about 750,000 MT in about 24 hours on it. For this filter, guys, some people are asking, why aren't the cards showing up? Why is there too many cards showing up? I'm seeing the cards late. All these questions. The reason being, man, as you see, his price is down right now. When the filter gets too flooded, because you have to work this filter, you have to enable, right? So you need to buy all these cheap pink diamonds. Haslam, Hero, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Buckets. I think that's all of them that you need to buy. Send them to your collection once they pen. That's the first step, man. Work this filter. It's color, pink diamond, team heat. You gotta raise your buyout until you find the cheapest wear, man. But right now, super packs, those cheaper pink diamonds are flooding. Once you send them to your collection and turn on this exclude collected cards, the filter will break, even though we know that there's some up for cheaper than 35,000. So you need to raise your minimum buyout up, so that way it's not having to enable all of those cheaper pink diamonds. Try like 7,000 MT. Boom, it's working at 7,000. You just need to raise your buyout up. So if you're only seeing cards for like the first hour or two and you think that doesn't sound right, you can just type in where, like while you have it enabled, and this, so you'll know for sure if there's supposed to be more cards that are popping up. Right now there's not, but if I had this buyout at like 40,000 or something and I was only seeing one card and it had like 1 hour remaining, good chance the filter's broken. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. This filter goes crazy. It's got LeBron James pink diamond, Michael Beasley pink diamond, and then Khalil Ware. Obviously it's better if you don't have to raise your minimum buyout, but on pack days usually the filter gets a little flooded and you do need to raise this up. As you see, the filter just broke there. It needs to be 77,050. Sorry, I can't speak today for some reason. Good option. I made tons and tons of MT on this filter last week, so try this out, man, if you want it. It's only like 50k to enable perhaps. Good option. Wanted to include that for the guys that were asking. The next filter we're going over is kind of a couple filters that I just wanted to add one literally right now as I was thinking about it. But guys, the Kristaps Porzingis enabled filter could be the sauce, man. Should be cheap, just like the Heat filter. You need to buy the cheapest. Porzingis is 600 for him, and then there's another Emerald Hunt for Glory one that you need to buy as well. I believe that's it, because the next filter, which goes along the same lines, is the hard scope filters. I talk about this every week on these Tuesday packs, man. The hard scope pink diamond for the expensive pink diamonds filters go absolutely crazy. Kristaps Porzingis is a good example. Giannis is a good example. Taco, Bender, whoever it may be, man. So if you want to, if this filter's good, having it Kristaps Porzingis pink diamond, which is how you set it up. I'm gonna go over one more just because I know I kind of got sidetracked. If you could go ahead and remove pink diamond and be able to see his 100 overall and his pink diamond, and didn't realize he had a diamond, so that kind of stinks, but there's only a couple of those up, so it's not too bad. You'll be able to just scroll through those. It's a better filter, man. I don't even know if he doesn't have an opal, just the pink diamond. Whatever it is, man, it's just another option for you guys that should be very, very cheap to enable, and you shouldn't have any issues dealing with raising them in bid or whatnot. So you can do that option as well, and just hope, see, maybe you'll get lucky and a 100 overall KB pops up for cheap, man. Just saying, I always like to have more cards on a filter than just one, if at all possible. So if I'm planning to spend time sniping Kristaps Porzingis pink diamonds and trying to grab those for 30k and below, might as well spend the 3,000 MT and buy the 2 emeralds so I can just have a chance at seeing the 100 overall. For these hard scope filters, man, you want to grab them for about 8,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one. So right now, pink diamond Kristaps Porzingis is selling for 40,000 MT. If he popped up for 32,000, I'm buying it. If he popped up for 30,000, I'm buying it. 32 would be about my limit, about 8k cheaper than the cheapest one. We're gonna go over another example from scratch, man. Sorry, this video might be a little bit longer. So any expensive pink diamond is great to work on Tuesdays, man. So I just kind of showed you KP. Let's go over Giannis, man. Pink diamond Giannis, very old card. People aren't gonna realize that he's expensive and throw it up for cheap. To work these hard scope filters, find somebody that's expensive, type their name in, Giannis, LeBron, Dr. J, whoever it is, man. There's a lot of really decently expensive pink diamonds. Type their name in, put your color to pink diamond, and scroll your buyout up until you find the cheapest card on your console, which Giannis pink diamond sells for about 20,000 MT. So what you want to do on this hard scope filter is go ahead and just lower your buyout. For Giannis, who's 20k, I would lower my buyout about 6,000 MT. I'd probably look to grab him for 13,000 and below, and just keep refreshing. If he pops up, buy him as quick as possible. If you're working a filter like this, check the price every so often to make sure it hasn't dropped on you. You don't want to snipe him for 13 and go to sell him and find out that he dropped down to 15k. So just monitor that And obviously these pink diamonds, cheapest pink diamond is 4.4k. They get thrown up a lot on Tuesdays and Wednesdays after the super packs, where people just rip them, pull some old pink diamond and just assume it sells for 4.4k, same price as all the other pink diamonds. So really good options, man. I cannot stress that enough. The next filter we're going over, guys, I'm not sure about this one. In theory, I want to put in here because I think it should be a good one, low-key. I haven't spent any time on this one specifically though, but the Russell Westbrook hard scope enabled filter, kind of just like we went over with KP. Russell Westbrook has a lot of cards in the game now, and you just need to buy these two cards if you want to enable. Low-key, you don't even need to enable, but you want to scroll your maximum buyout up till you're on the cheapest diamond Russell Westbrook, which is like 9,000 MT. Yes, a diamond for 9,000 MT, 8.5k. This card is in packs with these super packs, man. If he pops up for 3k, 2k, whatever the heck normal diamond pricing is, you're making an absolute killing. You can scroll through these cards like this, or buy the cheap gold and the cheap emerald and go ahead and turn on exclude collected cards. Grab any other Westbrook that's not the diamond if it pops up on the scroll that you're working. So this is how I'd be working this filter. Grab the dark matter, grab whatever the heck else, man, that he's got, and resell for profit. And then if the diamond pops up for like 4k and below, I'm all over that, man. So could be a good option. I don't know, man. If you test it out, if you get some snipes on here, man, let me know in the comments how good it is. I might spend some time on it after I drop this video. The next filter that we're going over is the Bracket Busters cheapest filter, man. I do think this filter is still worth working. Their price is still pretty high, and especially if you're on a budget, this still should be a pretty active filter, man. For this, you want to put your theme to Bracket Busters. You're going to raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest Bracket Busters, which is going for about 2,450. They're selling for on PlayStation. I do think at this point, now that the set's been out for a while, you can scroll on the filter. It's not going to be changing too much. Definitely worthwhile just to have that little extra in case a dark matter pops up or an opal or something crazy like that. But I would be buying any of these amethysts and diamonds for about 1750 and below. Resell for profit. If a pink diamond pops up, buy it for any price on the scroll you're working and resell for profit. Should be a really good option, again, especially if you're on a budget. The next filter that we're going over is the Thunder cheapest filter, man. That's right, team filters are back, man. For this, no color, no theme, no nothing. Just put your team to the Thunder and you're gonna raise your maximum buyout up to about 3,500 on PlayStation. You need 13 Thunder players for a challenge right now in 2K, so these prices did absolutely skyrocket. You want to refresh here. I do recommend you scroll on this one. Snipe anybody that's more expensive if they pop up on your scroll, like any opals or pink diamonds and such. And if any of the cheaper golds, whatever it is, pop up for about 2,500 and below, pick them up and resell them for profit. Obviously, this Thunder filter has golds and emeralds and sapphires that normally sell for literally nothing, 700 MT, so you'll get pop-ups a lot for around 1,000 and below, which is why this filter is so good. The next filter that we're going over is the 500 100k max bid filter, man. For this filter, no color, no theme, no nothing. Just put your maximum bid to 500 and your minimum buyout to 100,000. That is it. That is how you set this filter up. It gets into a bunch of confusing stuff, man, if we try to go further in detail on it. But if you want to work this filter, it's basically an enabled all filter where you don't need to buy a single card. Just put your maximum bid to 500, your minimum buyout to 100, and scroll through the filter. If anybody that's expensive pops up, any dark matter, any 100 overall, any opal like Wemby, Yao Ming, whoever it may be, man, buy them as quick as possible and resell them for 100k bid. The next filter that we're going over is the dark matter filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to dark matter, put your minimum buyout to 500, and keep refreshing. As of right now, every dark matter in the game is still profit, man. Even Jalen Brunson, who I saw is just about to end, 121, probably going to boost up to 130 something, whatever it is. You still want to pick up every dark matter that pops and resell it for 100k bid because they all are profit right now. Obviously monitor the pricing a bit, make sure none of the cards drop down for some reason. But as of right now, they all should be profit, man. I'm trying to speed through these filters because I definitely yapped way too much through the first one. So we're going to get through this, man. Really good option. Tons of cards on here, and they've been popping up more frequently. So spend some time on it and get something crazy. The last filter we're going over is the 100 overall filter, man. For this, you just want to put your color to 100 overall. Put your minimum buyout to 500 and keep refreshing, man. Spend some time on it if you want to get a crazy expensive snipe, man, but it's gonna be very dry still at this point of the year. There have been a few that popped up, but yeah, what I would do is just spend a little bit of time on it per day and see if you just get insanely lucky and happen to grab one. But definitely an option. You get at least 3 million or so if you end up sniping one of these. So if that's for you, man, you got the patience like that, go ahead and spend some time on this filter and hopefully you get something crazy. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash that like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the crazy snipe challenge we did last week, sniping pink diamonds and making a killing, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.